Central and Eastern Gospel Awards. Who is the star?
Grace, and we really appreciate the fact that you've come and graced our studios this lovely evening.
I know, and people have been looking forward to having you here.
Wow,
Thank you so much for coming. Now,
you.
Esther, please take us through, probably give us a short brief of who Esther Wahome is.
Yes. Okay, I wear many hats, but I think the most important is that I am a born-again Christian. I am a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a career woman, I am a minister of the gospel.
Oh my God.
I'm a brand ambassador for several brands.
What?
So I wear so many hats, but I thank God because by His grace, I am where I am. Sijafika bado tunaenda.
Wow.
But it has been a journey full of grace, the mercies of God, great achievements, and I'm really grateful to God.
You know, I'm super excited and I'm wondering, how are you even able to multitask, like have so many dishes cooking at the same time and nothing is spoiling?
That's why I say I think it's about the grace of God, because when I look back at the journey, I realize sometimes I wonder, how did I do this?
You, yeah.
Because a journey starts with a few steps. A journey can have hills and mountains and rivers to cross and wildernesses and successes. And I've had a share of every part of that in my 30 plus years.
Oh my God.
Because I was discovered as a teenager. So while I was still in high school, I was on TV. So I know a lot of people know me from the time of Canada. I have several albums before then. And I did several performances, great international performances even before then. And it has been a journey of 30 plus years from the time I was a teen. Yes.
Wow. I'm trying to jiggle my mind into what should I ask you, because I think I have lots of Number one, I'm almost even tempted to ask you how you've maintained yourself, Esther.
Yes.
Still beautiful. Haya pana itabidi this women's conference next year, you have to tell us what are the secrets, you know. But other than that, we want to know probably how many albums have you done? Do you even remember all the songs you've done?
Sometimes I hear the songs being played. So sometimes when you're walking down the streets and I hear my old songs and I'm like, that's a beautiful song and it sounds familiar. Then I realize it's my song. So I've recorded more than, I can remember, more than 15 albums.
Are you kidding me?
An album, especially from our time, our generation, an album is not like the albums today. We have albums that are 4 songs. An album had 14 songs, 12 to 14 songs. And before we got into the digital era, we used to have the analog way of recording, where you just enter into a studio with a band and they play the song and you just record and they sing from song number 1, number 2 up to number 14. So at the end of the day you have an album.
Wow.
Not like what they do these days, like a song, or what we do, let me say, all of us even now. Like you can do a song for one song for 6 months. You're still doing the song. You're still finding things to shooting the video for months. So we used to go, you enter the studio and you come out of the studio after a few hours with a whole album of 14 songs.
What?
And it's because then to be able or to even think of doing an album, you really needed to be a really talented, or let me say a whole artist, such that you're able to perform with the band even for a recording. Because nowadays even you can be a recording artist even when you don't have a voice. We have all these auto tunes and everything in studio. So nowadays if you have money to spare, I think most people can become artists just like that. But then you really had to have it. You can sing, you can sing live and Yani, because it's not easy to enter a studio and come out with a live band. Everybody is playing right, you're singing right, and you sing 14 songs.
Wow.
I know you probably get this question. Speaking how to make hits.
Yes.
What went through your mind when Kuna Dao just became a regional anthem? Like, what were you you know, it just blew up. Even Sai, it's still,
Yes.
that's why we also ushered you with that.
Yeah, watu husema hii nyimbo ilikuja kama moto.
I know.
Ilikuja kama magari.
Everywhere.
Kama gari
It was
imefagilia
fire.
watu. But it was kind of a surprise. I did it with a producer who has relocated now. His name is Robert Kamanzi. He's from Burundi. And we did quite an album of around 14 songs that were all big. I know you heard of maybe Shakaina Glory, which is also big.
Wow.
Damu ya Mkombozi.
Wow.
Yahweh. That album was full of hit songs, but Kuna Dawa is the one that carried the day. But it was a shock because we did it in studio, Esa, by the way.
Wow.
But when we took the album to radio stations, that's the song they were choosing to play. So it kind of carried something very extraordinary. And then it landed in nations all over the world before me.
Wow.
Such that we would go with my team to countries like we went to South Korea and the stadium was packed and people were singing and rolling on the floor and we didn't even so it has this grace of God that is beyond me and beyond the song that we also don't understand.
Wow.
I've had also experiences where people tell me, like, let me pick one incident. I went to US and a lady told me she was having a lot of problems with her child who was so restless and was crying all through. She could not work, she could not do anything. And then when they got the album, they would play the song on repeat. So they kept buying the DVDs from Kenya. They would play the song on repeat and the kid would be fixed on that TV, would not cry, would become so peaceful, and they realized there was just something that is beyond just a song. Wow. It also made me be received by presidents, go to nations I've never thought about. Yeah. South Korea, Russia, Greece. You know, like going to UK and US, it is normal for a musician.
And Esther, you don't carry that anointing all with you.
Yes.
Because you need to anoint us as well.
So it opened for me doors in places in the world I had never imagined. So for me, it was just a very, very simple song that had something extra and that was backed by so much of the power of God.
They had anointing.
Yes.
Wow.
That anointing that was beyond me, beyond the words, beyond the language. Because imagine what wanaimba hivyo South Korean and Swahili.
I know, and they don't
even speak even English.
Yeah.
They don't understand
I
even
can
English.
imagine.
But this is Swahili. So it was just the power. Music is so powerful and even more powerful when backed up by the power of God.
Wow, we are going to come back.
Central and Eastern Gospel Awards. Who is the star?
Thank you very much for staying tuned. This is Evening Drive right here on your favorite radio station. This is VV.radio. And so to remind you that we are here with our favorite Esther Wahome. Esther Wahome.
Yes.
Now, before we even talk in details, we have lots of questions. We have a whole questionnaire for you. Have you heard about who is the star?
Yes.
Tell us, kidogo, what have you heard about who is the star?
I'm so in love with who is the star as a product, as an event, because first it's an event or a product that chooses to award upcoming and uprising, and as well as celebrate those who have made steps in the music industry, and also in the gospel. We love to call it the gospel ministry, which is also an industry, but an industry that ministers to people. And I'm even more excited that it is going to Nyeri because I was born in Nyeri, Tetu. So I am a Tetu girl, a Nyeri girl to the world. Really? So this is very exciting for me. And I will be there.
Wow.
Yeah.
There are lots of things we don't know about you, Esther.
Yes.
People meet you here after Neno and they don't know what happened before. Yes, but you have heard it from Esther Wahome herself. 30th, you need to be in Nyeri County 019 for Who is the Star Gala Awards happening. Rewards and awards to all Central and Eastern Gospel Awards. And basically not even just artists. Even if you have a talent, the DJs, name them, that is the place to be. And we want to take this chance to appreciate who is the star. Now, Esther,
yes.
There's so many artists who are coming up. And I probably want to believe, like back in the days, you never had platforms that would handhold you,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
What is your advice to those that are coming up, and especially to do with Who is the Star? Do you think it's a deal that they need to, you know?
Yes, I don't know if they realize that it's such a privilege and such a God-given opportunity even to have people who can celebrate you. Because for us, it just took the mercies of God to showcase you, for somebody to locate you.
Yes.
And for after that, it took a lot because there are not many people holding your hands. And even then, for even somebody to see that you have something and even honor it as something that you can have as a career besides ministry. This is we are living in good time and it's a great season for them. They should embrace it. They should be thankful. They should just be grateful to God that they have this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, hata sijasikia vizuri sana.
Yes.
Do you have a comment or a question to Esther Wahome?
Mine was, I understand there was a time we took a break, and we thank you for coming back. So one of those projects you came back that I actually love, and it's the fact that you did a collaboration with the Guardian Angel.
Yes.
The song called Niwewe.
Yes.
I love that song.
It's
And
beautiful.
also, it's beautiful. And then earlier you had said about how right now pushing your music is quite different.
Yes.
Where you take like one track, 6 months.
Yes.
So what other advice can you tell up and coming artists just to make sure to push their music and their message?
Yes, the upcoming artists, they need to understand the time they are living in, because even us, we have had to rebrand and go with the times, because now this time we were selling a lot of compact discs, cassettes and DVDs and VCDs, and it was a big time because there are those before our generation who never got to that, so they never got to like get money from music. But our generation, we were so blessed to have that, because a lot of artists made revenue and huge revenue from that. But we also had to rebrand when now the digital platforms came in. We're in the digital age, and if you don't upgrade yourself to that, then you're left behind, or you lose your audience. So the artists who are coming in now, they need to know the time and the era, and they need to come very empowered in terms of the digital platforms, and aware of the platforms that are there for them to market themselves. Mainly, sana YouTube, which is a good platform that has equalized all of us.
Absolutely.
Yes, so that now anybody who needs to listen to music does not have to request from other places, but can just go to YouTube and choose who to listen to. So it's a platform that has equalized the upcoming and the great artists. So as long as you're hardworking and you're doing music and you're creating good content and you have a good channel, then you are good to go.
Wow, we are taking another commercial break, but do not forget this 30th, all roads are heading to Nyeri for Gala Awards, courtesy of Who is the Star?
Central and Eastern Gospel Awards. Who is the Star?
And welcome back. This is Evening Drive right here on your favorite radio station. This is Vivi.radio. Hiyo kibao inaitwa Ni Wewe by Guardian Angel and Esther Wahome. Manze, if you've not checked it out, go to their YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, you follow them. Absolutely, you're going to be blessed. And we are coming back with none other but Esther Wahome. Esther.
Yes.
I know probably you have a parting shot. There's so many people who want to be the next Esther Wahomes, you know. There's so many people looking up to you and they want to be where you are. You know, it's not been easy.
Yes.
Probably we know that you have some, you know, some advice for those people that are looking up to you.
Yes.
For sure.
Wow. Maybe I would just comment about the
Please
song
go
that we
ahead,
saw.
feel free. Yes.
And the way maybe you've realized I'm so passionate. I'm even looking at it and
No,
I'm very
I've
happy
noticed.
about
You
it.
are
I'm like,
amazed.
why
Is
not?
that you?
Yes, because
Uh-huh.
most of these artists, they are my sons and daughters.
I
Like
know.
Guardian Angel looked for me because he had always wanted to, because let me say how he saw me for the first time. He was a street boy in
Yeah.
Western.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Western or Nyanza. Can't remember what he told me. And when he was living in the streets, he would watch me being played in a shop. You know the way they used to play the DVDs in a shop when they're selling, and he would go there and look at me singing. And when he came to Nairobi, he remembered and he wished and he prayed that he would one day do a project with me. And it was so warming for him to imagine. I saw her as a street child, and she ministered to me, and now I am doing a song with her,
It
and
must
we are
have been
ministering
very
together.
personal to him.
Yes. So most of these guys, I am a mother to them,
I know.
and not just because I'm older than them, but I've worked with them. Most of them have mentored them, like Emmy Kosgei is my mentee. And yes, she's actually the most outspoken about it. I am the one who took her to a barber to cut her hair so that she can look part of her brand. Yani, it was a journey for me with her. She used to be her, Jimmy Gate, and others. They used to be my backup artist in my music band.
So the live band, eh?
Yeah,
okay.
The live band. And from there, I would like Emmy, I told her, now you are grown, you are a great musician, you can do it on your own. And she believed me, and now she's an international. Now we meet in airport.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel very, very proud, because I would never want to be remembered for just what I did and achieved for myself. But I'm very proud that somebody sits and says, you held my hand and you pushed me to become who I am today. I think that's the greatest part of my legacy. Having worked with most of the big Kenyan gospel musicians.
You better ensure us there is more room, because we are not done. They want to be parented.
I am still doing it, by the way.
I know.
I am still doing it. And I mentor a lot of them. Some are not interested into becoming recording artists. Some are just praise and worship leaders in churches. And they still want that kind of mentorship and training, and I do that a lot, and it's my passion. It comes.
Central and Eastern Gospel Awards. Who is the star?
Jesus there as well.
Amen.
Because there are so many gospel musicians who have come from there, and probably they don't even know. But being able to go back and praise with the Nyeri people and other people from other counties who will come there, it's very significant in the spiritual. And also it will be a big day to just celebrate these young musicians and praise Jesus together and bring the presence of God down. So nobody should miss. It's 30th. The name of the ground, Baden's Power.
Baden's Power is Scouts.
I have never been able to pronounce
You are not alone, that is allowed.
So I know how to do this.
Baden's Power Scouts ground.
But it's where I come from. I know the grounds. They are beautiful. The town is beautiful. For those who want to come and spend a night, there are so many 5-star hotels there. So karibuni kwetu Rware. And God bless you. I'll be there. I'll be ministering among very many other people.
Wow. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's really sad that we come to the top of the hour. That was Esther Wahome being the artist of the day. She's an amazing, good-hearted woman. Make sure you follow her on social media platforms, and definitely God is going to turn your life around, because she has a lot to inspire, you know. So, ladies and gentlemen, now we want to really call it a day. And as we, leave, we want to leave you with one of her favorite songs, Daktari. Make sure you keep it tuned. This is Vivid Radio. Sam.
Yes.
Unataka kuaga watu.
All I want to say is make sure you come through 30th Sunday. Baden's Power, Nyeri County 019.
County 019.
And remember, Ministry of Health guidelines will be adhered to, so mask up and
keep social distance and definitely make sure you sanitize.
She said it's a Jesus party.
And she's going to be in manze. Lazima tuchape kuna dawa, and it's definitely going to be a blessing. Thank you very much, Who is the Star, for making it happen. We wish you a lovely evening, and may God bless you.
Central and Eastern Gospel Awards. Who is the star?